So part 6 of chapter 9, inventory, we're going to talk about the economic order quantity formula. Okay, very important concept that for this specific chapter. Okay, and that's actually used in companies in a daily basis, right? So companies have to decide how many items they're going to buy and how much they're going to buy. We're actually doing a project with Continental Tires and about inventory management. And we were telling them what is the best order to put in their suppliers. Okay, we did that with other companies as well, like Electrolux, Sunoco, and other projects. And it's a very kind of popular topic with our capstone consulting projects because a lot of companies have problems with manage their inventory. So economic order quantities is calculated in this way. So I have to, going back to the ordering cost and inventory cost. So this is how we calculate it actually on that kind of math model that I put you guys through. We took the demand and divided by Q. That was the number of orders per year. So to calculate the ordering cost was D divided by Q times S. Okay. So going back to what we did, that's what we just did to calculate ordering cost, right? So I took the demand, 100, that was here, divided by Q, that was 100, and then I multiply that by 50 to get the 5,000, okay? So the holding cost is calculated by Q divided by 2, which again, I told you guys that's the average inventory level, times holding cost, right? And if we go back here to the example that I gave you guys is Q divided by 2, that was the 0.5, times 100, which is the holding cost, will give us the annual holding cost, right? So exactly the same as we did in the example. Caveat here is that sometimes the problem will give you the holding cost, which is dollars per unit, or sometimes it will give you the unit price, average unit price, and the holding rate. So it's often that companies kind of calculate the holding cost as a rate per unit. So if, for example, the unit costs $100 to make, and I have a holding rate of 20%, so it means that it will cost $20 per year. You just multiply one by the other. So the math can be done in these two different ways. To calculate the total annual cycle inventory cost, you add those two, add ordering and holding cost. So this is the formula for ordering cost. This is the formula for holding cost. The actual formula for the economic order quantity is just doing one part of that formula equal to the other one. So ordering equal to holding cost and isolating Q in that formula. So doing some algebra there, you can find this one, which is Q or EOQ equals to square root of 2 times DS divided by H. Again, D is the annual demand, S is the setup or ordering cost, and H is the holding cost. Okay. There is something else that we can calculate. It's called the time between orders. Basically is, okay, if I buy that quantity, how much time it will take until the next time that I'm going to buy it, and that's the Q divided by D, and that's the answer, for example, in months of the year. Okay. So then we arrive to the total annual inventory cost. So the first two part is what I'm talking about, cycle inventory. So it's annual cycle inventory ordering cost, annual cycle inventory holding cost here, the second part. And the third part is the safety stock. So remember that I talked to you guys about that space in the bottom, that I need to have a little bit more for kind of fluctuations that happen over the course of the year. So that's called the safety stock. So whatever I have for safety stock, I need also to multiply by the holding cost, and that gives me the annual cost. Okay? So very important formula to calculate total annual inventory cost. The next slide is the example. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to show that example into another video.